I wanted to have a chat about how we go about formulating a complete pet food. Any pet food has several ingredients in, and that's for a good reason. It's because in order to achieve balance, we need to take certain amounts of nutrient from different foods and we match them up to get the overall nutrient requirement that we need. So we discuss in another video things like vitamin A, very high from liver, and perhaps we might say manganese, very high from certain types of vegetables and grains. And we need to just match this up to get everything that we need. So the first place we start is by finding nutrient profiles, so that is the amount of every vitamin, mineral in a food, and we look at the original foods. So we say, okay, we may use chicken thigh in this recipe, and we look at each nutrient in there. And the process is then taken to a spreadsheet because it helps with the maths. And we need to line all these ingredients up in the right proportions to make sure that what the end looks like is that we have just the right amount of each nutrient. If we are going to have a processing occurring of any kind, we are likely to need some supplementation at the end. So if I'm formulating a very processed product, we may need to supplement quite heavily. When formulating something very minimally processed, actually the need for supplementation is quite low because we can retain most of the nutrients from the original product. Any nutrients that do need replacing, ideally we replace those with organic supplements. We try not to use the inorganic and the poorly available supplements in there. Once we have a formulation that we are happy with on paper, the next thing is to run a test batch. So we run a batch through the machine, we undergo the process we expect to be using in the future, and we send that for testing. And when we formulated the Right4Paws, the testing was really quite exciting. We found that actually, unlike some nutrients getting lost at sort of 40–50% in canned and tinned foods, canned and dry foods, we were actually getting some nutrients of the same types being lost at just 8% or maybe 0.5% in some cases. So the nutrient losses were really very low. So ordinarily I would find that if it was a more processed food, I would be needing to add more supplements at this point, but we didn't need to. So we actually then were happy with this formulation and we push it forward. But from now on, we do test this product regularly because we're making a natural product. So what we do is we run this nutrition analysis regularly to make sure that our nutrients stay in the ranges that we know that we need for the dog to be safe.